bad start, but it's okay. I'm happy to give you the time of day. I know my office is a little bit hard to find. Yes. And traffic was bad. Okay, no worries. Well, let's just go ahead and start the interview so you're not wasting any of my time. Okay. Let's start off with, what is your name? What is your name? What is your name? Okay. Alright, and can you explain how derivatives and integrals are used to describe motion, velocity, and acceleration? Why would I be joking? What do you mean, are you in the right place? Of course you're in the right place. Okay, you'd like to skip this question? I guess that's okay. Alright. How comfortable are you solving equations involving vectors and differential equations? You want me to repeat myself? Okay. How comfortable are you solving equations involving vectors and differential equations? Not very comfortable, okay. That's okay. What is the difference between foreign policy and domestic policy? What do you mean? What does this have to do with Burger King? You think I hire imbeciles? I'm just gonna pretend like you didn't ask that question, and you can carry on answering my question. What is the difference between foreign policy and domestic policy? That's a very interesting answer. Okay. What are the main goals of diplomacy? What are the main goals of diplomacy? What are the main goals of diplomacy? Oh, sorry. Was I giving a face? I didn't mean to give an intimidating face. That's just how I look. Okay. What factors influence a country's foreign policies? You don't know. Shocking. Okay. How has economic growth changed the global influence of Asian countries? How has economic growth changed the global influence of Asian countries? Okay, no. That was not the worst answer I've heard. Okay, carrying on. Can you list the countries that border Kazakhstan? Can you list the countries that border Kazakhstan? was the significance of the Battle of Hastings, and how did it change the political and cultural development of England? Okay. Since you haven't been doing very well with these questions, would you like to try something a little different? Maybe like a situational scenario kind of question? Yeah, okay, let's do that. It might be a little bit easier for you. A country's central bank raises interest rates aggressively while inflation remains high. Unemployment begins to increase and economic growth slows. Can you explain why might inflation remain elevated despite higher rates? And what trade